Okay, so we're continuing with the tour of the Dorset Petlar. It is a different day, but that doesn't matter because the shop's still the same. And I think we'll start with one of the most popular cabinets in the shop, especially with our schoolgirl clients. They queue up to look at the belly bars, dangly ones in particular they love, all the nose studs, nose rings, little silver stud earrings, labrettes, septums, eyebrow bars, you name it. And they love them. I'm not always sure that their parents love them so much, but they love them. And I've just found that we have a very good piercing lady in town as well that I've been looking for ages. Yeah, so I can let people know now where that is. So moving on, quite random didgeridoos. I can't play this. I have not yet mastered the art of circular breathing, which I am told you need in order to play a didgeridoo, so I'm not even going to attempt to play a didgeridoo. I'm just letting you know we have didgeridoos. Strange to find them between the jewellery cabinets, but that's where they are. Sorry, Noi just made me laugh, so I had to calm down. Right, jewellery cabinet. This shelf all along here. These are lovely Byzantium collection. So these are made out of really high grade stainless steel that guarantees no nickel, no cadmium, no lead, so hypoallergenic, and the beautiful blue stone in them, that's a pow shell, P-A-U I think it is, pow shell, which is like an abalone shell, and it's from New Zealand. So that's those, and they're really reasonably priced, and so really accessible for for everybody really. But they're so pretty, they're lovely, very popular, go really well, and they range from sort of more traditional styles to quite ethnic looking styles, all sorts, something for everybody in that lovely range. Then in the rest of the cabinet we have some of the lovely St. Justin Cornish pewterware. Really lovely, and a lot of Celtic designs in these, some Nordic designs, and I really like to support St. Justin as well. They're relatively local here to the southwest, small company, but they really care about what they do, so very happy to support them. Okay, that's those, and we do some nice like the talks. You see the bracelets up there, they're St. Just as well, beautiful little hip flask one, sitting on top of a piece of vintage coral there. So let's start at the top here. Got some more St. Justin there, and then we have lovely things like these. These are Mexican silver, Mexican design, these lovely earrings here, Mexican silver, Mexican design. Then the rest of these, all of those lovely earrings, these pendants along there, the rings all along there, and there's more pendants at the back as well. Those are all semi-precious stones and silver, and they are made by our partners over in India, Arte Mystica. Really lovely couple, Rajesh and Surman, and they design these things. They have a group of artisan workers who make them. Many of the stones, including particularly the cavensite, but many of the other stones come from mines that are quite close to them in Pune, and they're beautiful. They're really lovely. and something for everybody. And I'm very happy and very proud to sell those. And on occasion as well, where we've had somebody come in and say, "Oh, I love that design, love that style. Could you just do this, just do that?" They are happy to make one-off commissions. Don't always get them in a rush, because obviously they're coming from India, so sometimes the logistics of that are quite tricky, but they will accommodate one-off requests and commissions. And then also from Arte Mystica, the same lovely people in Pune, and from some of their local mines, are these really beautiful crystals. And I'm afraid I kind of went over the top on this because I wanted them all. So here we go, some chalcedony and white apophyllite, some with stilbite, culandite, just absolutely beautiful, all in their own lovely wooden boxes. So we're moving on to mixed product shelving here. Starting off on the top with our incense cones, full range of hem cones, some haridasham, and some of the lovely golden nag cones here. These are the straight, the ordinary cones, not backflow. We'll come on to backflow cones. But these are the ones that can be burnt in just simple little stands, simple little cone stands, or little cone boxes like that, where the smoke diffuses out of the incense, diffuses at the top. And then we have some really cute novelty ones, such as the mushroom house. So the smoke comes out through the top of the mushroom house, really cute. And then moving on to below, this range here. So I'm going to move over here for the moment. Okay, so this is the incense burner that these incense bricks go into. So some people either they can't tolerate, or they just don't like the smoke that comes up from incense sticks and cones. So Aromafume make these beautiful incense bricks. So they burn in these here. So the tea light goes underneath, and then that heats up the copper plate at the top, and the incense brick, that the heat from the tea light and the copper top, they release the aroma that's in this compressed incense brick, and that can last for a good few hours, but there's no smoke that comes up from that, just quite a subtle but lovely background smell. And they do a whole range of beautiful incense bricks. They, for example, do their elements ones, fire, metal, earth. They also do, I think it's wood. There is another one, water, that's right. Then they do lovely ones like that, which is white sage. They do dragon's blood, and they do a whole range of the different chakra blends of incense, right through all the seven different chakra energy center blends. So a really nice alternative for people who don't particularly get on with incense sticks, traditional incense sticks, or joss sticks, as older people like me used to call them. So that's those. Carrying on with incense theme, here we have the start of our more traditional incense. This is a lovely range, Prima Nature, made in India, beautiful ingredients, made traditionally in the earth with holy water. yeah, and you can even go online and see the beautiful Indian women making the products, and they're subtle. They are, I would call them authentic, really lovely, authentic, and they burn nicely. I think I told you all about Prima Nature, that lovely incense, and there's smudge stick ones. So before I go on to the rest of the shelf, I think we'll carry on with our incense wall. People come into the shop and they say, "Oh, what's that smell? What can I smell in here? It's so lovely. I can smell it down the street. What are you burning?" And usually I say to them, "We're not actually burning anything at the moment." And I have to explain that it's really, I think, 26 years of incense burning in this lovely shop through all its succession of owners. And it's in the brick, it's in the walls, it's just kind of here. So hard to identify what the lovely smell is, but I try and explain most of the incense is sandalwood or frankincense based, but with other ingredients that are mixed in to give them their individual aromas. So here we go. This is our incense wall. Not always as tight as it should be. And so we have a full range of incense, from the traditional, very much loved Satya. And the Satya brother that we generally use is the Bangalore one. Always popular, particularly the Nag Champa, flavour anyway. Then we do these lovely golden nag ones. These are quite strong, but in a nice way strong, not overpowering. But they're, say for example, they are a stronger scent than the Prima Nature ones, but lovely, very nice. They can come in a full range: lemongrass, red rose, darshan, which is beautiful, quite a pungent smell, but lovely, particularly nice to meditate to. Then we have some of the cheaper but very nice hem range. Goloka, it's lovely, whole range of Goloka incense. The Denal oud ones, they're beautiful. There's four particular ones in those. The crystal, which is quite light, as the name implies, being crystal, but it's still oud based. Then there's a topaz, Denal oud, and ruby. They're lovely. So yeah, I've done the Goloka, and then we have this lovely Morning Star Japanese incense. Japanese incense is quite different to Indian incense. It burns differently, the sticks are different, but the more subtle, I would say, than some of the stronger Indian incense. They come with their own little ceramic incense holder. There's no bamboo or other wooden part in that Japanese incense, Morning Star one in particular. It's just a whole stick of incense like that, and that slots straight into the little ceramic burner. And that suits a lot of people more than the stronger Indian incense. So these are lovely Banjara, the resin. This is called resin on a stick. So they are incense really, but you'll see it's more of a full resin that's bound onto the stick. Lovely experience, and you can use them to smudge with. So there we go. They come in a range. Got chamomile, copal, white sage, cinnamon, patchouli, lovely, Palo Santo, rose. A good range of those. We also have sage, the actual sage bundles of proper sage, and these mostly I think are Californian. And then Palo Santo, they're from South America. They can be used as well for smudging, for space clearing. Lovely thing to do. We have some really lovely smudging feathers as well. These particular ones, which ones are these? Marbled emerald turkey feathers, for healing, clear vision, serenity, and romance. Then there's ostrich feathers and pheasant. That's ostrich for ancient wisdom and pheasant for prosperity. So those feathers, they're bound here, and they're used as you're smudging, as you're going around your room, your space, with your sage or Palo Santo or smudge stick. You're clearing the energy and moving the smoke around as you're doing that. Then what else do we have? We have some pure resin. We have like actual pieces of resin like this, which you burn with the charcoal discs, which we have, and you can burn those in any. You can make your own incense dishes out of that quite simply, with like ceramic pots, or you can make a real ritual out of it and use things like these lovely incense burners that you can hang, or there's ones that don't hang, and then you put your charcoal inside there, put the resin and on that once the charcoal gets hot, and the resin fumes will then come out of the top there. And that it's a really mindful thing to do, to create a real ritual out of that. And some people really get into that, and it sort of brings them to a good place to devote their time and their energy to doing that, and their prayer or their meditation to doing that. So we have a range. We have frankincense, the lovely Damar resin, which is meant to help with mood as well, uplifting moods, as frankincense does. And we have the lovely range of the Prinknash incense, which is still made at Prinknash Abbey by the monks there. I have some big boxes of those, but also these little boxes, which comes with their own little pack of charcoal discs. And I just love the fact that the monks are still making this, and you can still find videos of them making it in their great big vats with all their beautiful resins. So that's that. So that, I think that does the incense. And then coming further on here, and following on from those incense perfumes, aromas, if you like, we have these lovely perfume oils. Again, where we have frankincense, dragon's blood, nagchampa, a whole range of the chakra ones, which are blends of oils, and they're roll-on perfumes you can wear straight onto your skin. We have other roll-on perfumes. These particularly, I love the Bakor, or one oud. I've got one oud left. Again, very traditional smells, perfume smells. We have the lovely Dream Spirit range, all sorts of years, very popular. People got very cross a while back when I had to find a new supplier for them because they miss them so much, but a lovely range of smells. They do frankincense, sandalwood, rose, all sorts, Palo Santo, but yeah, and reasonably priced too. Then we have the lovely Kawamba. These are made in Tucson, Arizona. Lovely little company out there. And Kawamba apparently is Swahili. It's a Swahili, and it means to make things more beautiful for the community. And these are lovely perfume oils, roll-on perfume oils and bath oils. And they also do bath salts and things, although I don't appear to have any of those at the moment. Then, coming along here on our more cosmetic range, lovely selection of soaps, Indian soaps. Some of them are glycerin. The Mysore Sandal soap is beautiful soap that will fill the room with the smell of sandalwood. Absolutely lovely. Nagchampa soap. I think that was an Aleppo soap. Yep, it is. That's the traditional Aleppo soap from Syria. Sometimes the families who make these, they have generations and generations of soap making. Beautiful soap. Natural konjac sponges, soap holders, little guest soaps, triple milled little guest soaps, they're lovely. Shampoo bars made by a lovely company, Amor, who makes some of our essential oils. We're going to there, and then one of our best sellers almost, Tiger Balm. Okay, the light one here, the white one, which is slightly has slightly less mentha in it, I think, so it's a bit kinder to the skin, because some people find the traditional red Tiger Balm just a bit too strong, but great for anything and everything. Coughs, bruises, sore skin, just brilliant. Once used, you kind of use it then for everything.